Riddle me this. What do I have in common with a war correspondent, a political insider, and a man who spends a lot of time in restaurants? We all write for The Times and Sunday Times, which is free to read this weekend. Get to know some of our journalists and get a taste for what's in store.
One of the things that journalism teaches you after 30 years is that public figures are not more interesting than other people. In fact, generally they are less interesting than other people.
I think I'd like to meet Mark Zuckerberg just to work out what the hell's going on there.
I guess I would be very interested to speak to Putin, whether you'd actually get him to say anything beyond the propaganda, I'm not sure.
Not somebody I agree with politically, Elon Musk, an incredibly successful entrepreneur, and now moving into the political realm, clearly with an agenda of historic significance.
Every encounter you have as a journalist is awkward, or should be awkward, because you should be asking difficult questions.
The worst interview I've done was the one that was most important to me because it was Paul McCartney, a man who I've never known properly if I wanted to be my daddy or my husband. I went to interview him and I decided that the way that I was going to show my love for Paul McCartney, who's done 1 million interviews, would be to ask him the cleverest question known to man. Sir Paul McCartney, if, heaven forfend, you were in a car accident and your face got smashed off, would you have it rebuilt as that of Sir Paul McCartney, or would you choose another face? So Paul McCartney did not think it was a clever question. I know that because he just went, "That's a horrible question," and the interview was terminated.
You know, things like the Battle of Hastings, which it's presented as a, entirely male thing. I would like to go back and actually write about the women and their role.
I'd probably want to report on partition when the British Raj was divided into India and Pakistan. The policies behind it are still very controversial, so I'd like to know what led to it.
The Rumble in the Jungle in 1974.
I'd happily go back to the 90s again and just do Britpop all over again, but sober this time so I could remember it.
The best part of being a journalist is the kind of license you get, the access all areas pass to find things out. Journalism is there to cast light on darkness, to correct errors. Journalism is about truth or it's about nothing. It's a kind of search for the truth. And the chance to be a journalist and to be on the side of the truth in this world of disinformation that we get is one of the greatest honours I can imagine.
Read all of The Times and The Sunday Times for free this weekend at thetimes.com.